all trying to hit certain financial goals. And taxes is one of those things that if you mess up, it kind of throws everything off and makes it harder to hit those goals. Hey everyone, it's Jake. I'm one of the investment advisors here at Stewardship, and I wanted to teach you how to do a mid-year check on your withholding from your paychecks. This is especially good if you ended up owing money on your taxes last year, or you got a big refund, or if you have multiple jobs, if you and your spouse is working, if you have additional self-employment income from a side hustle. Let's say you're doing a Roth conversion this year, and so you'll have that taxable income. Any of those situations will cause the amount of taxes you owe to change. And that's what this calculator is designed for. Now here's the thing, a couple years ago, the IRS changed how they do tax withholding for federal taxes. It's actually much easier now. Before it was kind of confusing, convoluted, as a guess and check, but I'm gonna walk you through the online IRS withholding calculator. I'm gonna show you a couple scenarios so that you can get comfortable. So here we go. This first section is going to be about you. How are you filing taxes? I'm just going to go through a simple scenario here. I'm saying I'm married, filing jointly. Yes, I or my spouse has a job. That just means, are you an employee receiving a paycheck? And then any of these apply to you. I'm saying that I plan to claim dependents on my tax return. I'm just saying that I have 2 kids. All right, how many jobs do you and spouse hold? So if you both have a job, you do 2. If you have multiple jobs, account for those. I'm just gonna say that I'm the only income source in the family. I have a salary job. I'm working at that job all year. This is where you would say if you have like a change in jobs. How frequent am I paid? I'm gonna say twice monthly. Again, get your most recent pay stub because this will answer these questions. Okay, on that pay stub, what is the pay period ending? Type that in here. Enter the wages or salary. This is the gross wages. So not your after tax, not your take home, but your gross wages before those taxes and deductions. Not only from that paycheck, but year to date. So look at that year to date column right there and type it in that field. It's gonna say, hey, based on the information, it looks like this is your income for the year. I say yes. And next thing is to type in the amount of federal taxes withheld in that paycheck, and then amount of federal taxes paid year to date. And then if these things apply to you, you can check those. I'm gonna say none for now, but if you're contributing to a pre-tax 401k or a health savings account, you're gonna wanna check that box, type in the amount, because that lowers your taxable income. Again, it'll be pretty simple. It'll walk you through that. I'm just saying none of the above. And do we have any other source of income? I'll get to this shortly, but in this scenario, no. I'm gonna say we're pretty simple. I just have the one job, no other income. So adjustments, again, it can get detailed, but I don't want to have that scare you. A lot of these things most people won't have, so if it's a lot, don't worry about it. You can read through that and see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. And then for deductions, so look at your taxes last year. Did you take the standard deduction or did you itemize? If you took the standard deduction, pretty simple. I'm just gonna say that. If you itemized, you can individually type in the amount, but my cheat here is I say, okay, other itemize, and I'm just gonna type in the total amount of itemized deductions that I expect. Again, you can just look at your last year's taxes for a helpful hint, but I'm gonna do standard deduction for this. This gets into tax credits. So I said earlier that I plan to claim dependents on my taxes. So I'm gonna type in those kids, ages 13 and 8, and then I'm not gonna do any of these other ones. Again, this can get detailed if you want to get detailed, if these apply to you, but if they don't, then don't let it worry you. You can just skip those. All right, so I click on results, so I click on next, and here's the results. It says, all right, based on what I am currently doing, I will withhold $12,000 in federal taxes. However, based on the info I told the IRS, I will owe a total of $14,536, and that is the amount I'm projected to owe. So if I just kept going and didn't change anything, I'm gonna have a $2,500 tax bill when I file my taxes. That's not fun. No one wants to do that. But not only that, it takes it one step further and it tells you how you should adjust your withholding. So it gives you a little explanation, but click on this how to adjust your withholding, and it fills out the W-4 for me. Here it is. So this is a form if you went to your payroll or HR at work and you said, hey, I want to change my federal withholding, this is the form that you'll fill out. You can just complete the top part and then go down here and look, they filled it out for us. It says step 3 here, type in 1003. So I can literally just print off this form after I typed in my personal information. I can just print off this form, sign it, and give it to my employer. With this adjustment in this scenario, it is going to increase the amount of federal tax that's withheld from your paycheck. That means your take-home pay will be a little bit smaller. And that's the idea. We don't want to owe taxes at the end of the year. Here's the key. Because we're doing this mid-year, it wants us to make this change, this particular change, for the next 6 months. We don't want this to happen next calendar year, or else we're going to withhold more money than we want to. So I say not only do this mid-year, but then also the beginning of the year, so that we kind of reset it to where it should be for a whole 12-month period. So what we're going to show you now is a scenario, same person, same income, but this person also has self-employment income from a side gig, and he's also doing a Roth conversion. So those are two things that are going to increase taxable income. So we're going to use our paycheck to plan for those additional taxes. So again, one job, it's salary all year, wages year to date, federal taxes for the paycheck, federal taxes paid year to date. All right, now on this section, I'm gonna do self-employment net income. So this is, let's say you're doing a side gig and you are expecting $15,000 of net income, and we haven't been doing quarterly taxes or anything, and there's no paycheck for that, so 0. Again, because it's self-employment income, we're going to owe additional taxes on that. And since we're not paying quarterly taxes, I want to use my paychecks to plan for that income. And I'm also going to say other taxable income. You can click on that and it can give you some scenarios. For this scenario, I'm pretending that I'm going to do a $6,000 Roth conversion. So I want to move money from traditional IRA to Roth IRA because I want that money to be tax-free. However, I have to claim $6,000 of taxable income on my taxes this year. So I got the salary job and then a side gig of $15,000 and a $6,000 Roth conversion. All right, I'm gonna skip through all these because it's the same. So I'm just gonna go all the way to results, but I've already done child tax credits, all that. And here we go. So now instead of I think it was $2,500 projected amount owed, it's gone up to $4,300 because of that self-employment income and the Roth conversion. So this is great, especially if you're doing Roth conversions. That's something that we're fans of, that we try to get clients to do, but you have to pay tax on those, so it's not always fun. So instead of thinking, okay, I'll do it, I'll just worry about taxes, next spring, use your paycheck as an opportunity to prepare for those taxes. So again, go down here, click on this how to adjust your withholdings, click on this link, and voila. So it's gonna show exactly how we need to fill this out. So we just need to do the top portion. It's already put this number down there, sign, date, and give this to our employer. This is another scenario, a couple more things involved, where we had additional taxable income. It's great, we're in the middle of the year, so we still have 6 months of paychecks to help us plan ahead so that we don't end up owing a bunch of money come tax time and then mess up our planning for our financial goals. However, if this is stressful, if you have a complex situation, you may consider hiring someone to help you with this. So watch our video, should you hire a tax pro? So thanks for watching, have a great day.